you know, the Carnegie report talks about 3 types of apprenticeships: the knowledge, the practical skills, and the professional identity. And I think the best way to do that is by the simulation of the practical skills, to put students in that situation, or young lawyers in the situation where they can actually practice those skills. The disconnect between law students, or actually my experiences with young lawyers, understanding of their role, even though they've had fine legal education, is just astounding to me. We have lawyers that we train at NEDA that are in good firms, that have graduated from top-notch law schools, and they will say things to us like, well, I'll deal with this difficult witness because I won't put him or her on the stand. And I'll say, do you understand that that's not your choice? 1, your client may want you to put the lawyer on the stand, and number 2, the other side may subpoena them. And their eyes get really big because no, they don't understand that at all, because they've only a trial to them is completely theoretical. It's not practical at all. Or they'd say, I'd never take this case to trial. And I'm saying, do you understand that's not your choice either? Your client wants to take it to trial because of all these reasons that we're not even dealing with here. But it is at trial, and now you're having to deal with it as a lawyer. So without really getting their hands wet in this mock trial experience, I'm not sure if I've used this term already, but their cognitive dissonance about the real world is damaging to them, very damaging to them as lawyers. They just don't understand. They can talk about theories of the law, but they really don't understand how to deal with clients, what demands will be placed on them, but more fundamentally, they don't understand their role. Clients have become more and more demanding, even more and more vocal. They've always demanded high quality, but even before the ACC Value Challenge came out, I'm trying to think when that was, 2009, I guess. Even before that, we found clients being more focused on what kind of legal services they were getting, how expensive they were, and how they seemed to feel that they were overpopulated with young lawyers who added little to the projects, because while they were incredibly bright and very hardworking, they had very few practical skills. They, again, could talk about the law. They could think like lawyers, which is such a popular phrase, but they didn't know how to engage in problem solving. And that's one thing that NEDA attempted to do, and that's one thing, of course, both the McCrate and the Carnegie report have long focused on as, I don't want to say a criticism, but at least an identification of a problem with the way we educate lawyers. Well, the big picture is just to make better lawyers, but this is the problem. Because we're so much, have been focused in the past so much on trial advocacy, as you know, people are not going to trial. So we've had to think in terms of different measurables, different deliverables. And what we ask now on our evaluations and the way we come back to people is, if we just ask them the broader question, what has this course done for you? And what they say is, I'll be able to do all my work better. In the trial advocacy courses, I'll be able to do all my work better because I'm no longer afraid to go to trial. So that means they'll be able to approach all the tasks of negotiation and writing something and a motion for summary judgment because they understand the bigger picture now and feel much more confident and much more competent about doing it, because while they may not have been in court, they have had a trial experience. They have faced an opponent and thought about strategy and done an opening statement and examined witnesses and faced all those evidentiary problems, and they've had a trial. So it's not looming out there terrifying them. They've done it, and they've passed that big hurdle. The same is true with the deposition courses, with legal strategy, with interviewing the client, all of those things. It's the unknown that terrifies people. And the learning by doing demystifies the unknown. They have the vocabulary and the experience.